Starter Steve Skeen calling the field to the gate for today's second race, your first grassroots division for Ontario sired 2-year-old trotting colts and geldings. From the rail out, number 1 is Revonah Hanover. 2 is Mr Joe Sixpack. 3 is Frenchmen. Middle of the field sees number 4, Lucky Herbert. 5, Touch 'Em Up. Number 6 is Tamarin. The outside sees 7, PC Lamousse. And number 8 is Finely Honed. Trotters are in the hands of the starter. It's post time. Gate swings down the backstretch for today's second race, your first grassroots division for Ontario sired 2-year-old trotting colts and geldings on the move. And there they go. And they're off and trotting. Frenchmen and Mr. Joe Sixpack now to the front. Racing on the inside, there's Revonah Hanover second. Frenchman slipping back to third. A nice start as PC Lamousse picks up fourth. Racing in fifth from the far outside, that's Finely Honed. On the inside track, it's Tamarin, followed by Touch 'Em Up, and Lucky Herbert is the early trailer. Field moves their way around that first term, and Touch 'Em Up has had a quick miscue but resets as they race their way to the opening quarter-mile mark. It's Mr. Joe Sixpack in front at 29-1 opening quarter clip. Mr. Joe Sixpack, Torgeir Hagman, they lead the way. Racing in second, it's Revonah Hanover. Couple of lengths further back, and it's Frenchmen, followed by PC Lamousse. Finally Honed, rounding out your top 5 is Lucky Herbert and Tamarin, and having some troubles is Touch 'Em Up. They race towards the half mile. They're still trying to track down Mr. Joe Sixpack, who leads it by a length and a half, and they're halfway home in 101, 31-1-4 last quarter, as Mr. Joe Sixpack leads the way. Revonah Hanover sitting in second, couple lengths further back, and it's Frenchman. There goes PC Lamousse now to the outside to improve from fourth, and does so now up to third, and now stalking the leaders. Finally Honed still sitting in fifth, but advancing on the outside is Lucky Herbert. There's Tamarin, and Touch 'Em Up will have to wait for another day. Leading the way, Mr. Joe Sixpack still by about a length and a half at the 3/4 in 131-4. Mr. Joe Sixpack now by 2. Revonah Hanover not gaining any ground yet. 3 lengths further back, PC Lamousse on the outside has picked up third, but Frenchman keeping him out there in a tight fourth. Racing in fifth, that's Tamarin, followed by Lucky Herbert, and Finally Honed. They come for home, Mr. Joe Sixpack and Torgeir Hagman. They've been in charge all the way, and they're in front now by 2.5 in deep stretch. Mr. Joe Sixpack, a nice clean run, gets it done by 3 open lengths. Revonah Hanover, Frenchman was third, 202-1. On the board, 2-1-3-7. First lifetime victory for number 2, Mr. Joe Sixpack, your first grassroots division winner today for 2-year-old trotting colts and geldings. Mr. Joe Sixpack is a colt of striking Sabra out of Bambino Lau by Agogo Loxmount, owned by Kjell Magna Anderson of Oslo, Norway, trained and driven to victory by Torgeir Hagman. Mr. Joe Sixpack, 13-1 mild upset, 202-1, and that's his first lifetime victory. Assisting with the cooler presentations, we have Jim Huck and Lana Tower.